Hey guys, it's Randy Knapp with KnappStudios.com. Today I'm super excited because I'm going to make a pen out of a bucket. So if you haven't seen any of my past videos, I show you how to melt buckets and you can make it into sheets of HDPE like this. So pickle buckets and a orange bucket. And I got all the kit supplies I need for making a pen. I got the special drill bit, I got the instructions, I got my favorite finish, Mylan's friction build finish. So we got some tulip wood blanks, some figured maple, a little bit of wingay, and my greatest collaboration, one of them, is here with me. That's my son Joe. Say hi, Joe.
Hey, what's up?
All right, so Joe's going to be making his first pens today, and I will confess I have made a pen before, but it's been probably 15 years ago. So I'm going to help Joe make his first pen, and I'm going to make one out of the buckets. All right, let's get it on. Wait a minute. Looking for little air bubbles, but I don't think we got any. That's pretty sweet. So I'm gonna cut mine in half so I don't have to drill so deep. But if you do decide to shorten them and cut it in half like I did, you're probably going to want to index mark where you cut that so that when the pin goes back together, the grain of the wood, or in this case the grain of the plastic, will be able to line back up with each other. Okay guys, let's check out this fancy drill bit. I don't know, I've never used one. Did you mark yours so you know which ends go together? Sweet. Alright, let's go see how yours works in the drill. There. That'd clear the flutes and cool the blade both.
It didn't come through center.
I bet we still got enough room there though. We'll find out.
I just wanted to find it. And that's what I was saying. It doesn't feel like this thing's in there level.
We'll take it out and look at it a little bit.
Let's try this one. I can always cut it a blank if I have to.
Nah, you're gonna have plenty, I think.
Yeah.
Looks good?
I think so. Let's see.
Okay guys, here's the only thing I'm a little bit nervous about this HDPE, because I want to use the medium super glue, so I'm scuffing up the inside with the 150 grit paper, and then I'm gonna scuff the brass tube. That's right in the instruction sheet. The only thing I'm worried about is knocking the HDPE loose from the brass when we turn it, because it's so slick. So hopefully putting this tooth in there will give it something to bite onto. Okay guys, I'm all prepped up here. I scored the insides of the barrel, and I've roughed up the brass. So I'm using the medium super glue and a Q-tip with the head cut off. You can reach in there and swirl that around the inside there. Pretty nice. And try not to breathe this super glue. This stuff is not. You want to have the doors open or some windows open. And alright, so here goes. I'm going to use the twisting motion when I put it in there. Get some up on this end. The stuff will glue your fingers so quick. Uh-oh. Ooh. And I'm going to use a Q-tip and clean up the excess before it goes off. Alright, so I got my tube in there. I'm just going to hit it with some activator from both ends. Set it off, hopefully. And do the other one. Okay guys, all I got to do is grind this down just till I touch that brass liner, but the instructions say be careful, don't take any of that brass liner off, so it's not really that hard to tell when you get down close to it if you just check it periodically. Okay, it took a little bit of time to figure out how the bushings went on there, but once we got it figured out, it was pretty easy and be super easy the next time. Alright, let's go stick it in the lathe and see if we can turn it. Okay guys, I got it all tightened up on the pin mandrel. You just stick them on there with the bushings in place and tighten this nut. And there's a little point for the center for turning, so it's just going to go in the headstock. And then this live center is going to go into that point. And the instructions say don't crank it down too hard or you'll bow the mandrel, so I think that should do it right there. And I'm going to try to scrape it with this heavy scraper. I've never turned HDPE before. I've routed it and sawed it and drilled it, but so let's see what happens. Oh, if it was a big fat pin with flat sides, it'd be done. It turns really pretty easily. Let's switch over and use this lighter scraper that I made in the other video. See how it works. Yeah, the only negative is this, they're not coming off like shavings. You got to stop and clear these.
So, is the size of the bushings the size of the top and bottom of the pin?
Yeah.
So you turn it right down to the bushing?
Yeah. And we could sand it down to the final, but the most difficult part so far has been the shavings coming off and having to stop and clear them, which was not that big of a deal. I was worried about sanding it, but it actually sanded pretty easy. So I've hit it with some 150 and knocked it down to the bushings. So I think all I got to do is go up through the grits and sand it and I'll be good to go.
What's the advantage of wet sanding?
Keeps it cool and lubricated and cleans out the particles. So something that would generate heat and melt, instead of getting hot and melting, it stays cool with the water and it washes away all the particles. Yeah, there's a little tiny lip right inside of there that coincides with this guy. And we gotta glue that on. Okay. It's done, huh? Cool. All right, it's a bucket pin and a fiddleback maple pin. Sweet. That wasn't too bad, huh?
No, it's fun.
Okay, guys, here they are, all finished up. Joe did a really nice tulip wood one, which had a really cool knot in it that came out awesome on the pin. And this was his first one, curly maple one. And there's the one made from the 5-gallon buckets. So that was an interesting project and lots of fun. I hope you guys get inspired to go make some yourself.